This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and for the first time in, it must be about 2-3 years, I am joined by Bones Adams, trained out here in Las Vegas. Bones, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I assume 2 years because I've only been training for 4.
Bones, obviously the first time and the last time we met was when you was working with Amir Khan. Just talk to me about these last couple of years since that bout, you two working together against the Billy Dib fight. For yourself, not just with Amir, but with all of your fighters, these last couple of years?
These last couple of years, between those 2 years, I got 2 world champions, and I did so well. My gyms, I've built my gym up properly, and I just been learning every day as well as the fighters has, because being a fighter and trainer are 2 different things, and I'm trying to learn how to do both.
What's it been like trying to run a gym through COVID?
For me, very difficult because I have to tell everyone, time out, hold on, you got a COVID test? No, you can't come in there and kicking everybody out. And people get mad at me and they keep saying, hey, I don't have COVID. And I go, no one has COVID till they got it. And they get really angry and upset at me, so.
I want to touch on some of the fighters you're obviously working with. You saw Michael Hunter here today. How's Michael doing?
Michael's doing tremendously. I mean, listen, he's the type of person who you don't really teach boxing, but you give him ideas of what to do and how to use them, the skills that he has. So I'm just the idealist, and he's the one performing. His brother also, Keith, the same way. But then I got some other guys, like young guys, like Sean Brewer. He's going to be turning pro. He's, you just teach him everything, how to throw a punch. Just because with like the hunters, they already know what they're doing. I mean, you're not going to change them. You're not going to help them out. You're going to just be the same. So just give them ideas on how to use their messed up methods.
Bones, it's been an eventful couple of weeks for Michael. Originally, we were talking about the Filip Hrgović fight as a final eliminator, and I believe it was yesterday it was announced that he's going to be facing Mike Wilson on a Triller show. Just your take on these past couple of weeks and the change of opponents, the change of promoter behind him now, your thoughts on the entire situation?
Well, you know what, my thing is with Michael, like, I don't care who he is. Michael is going to be Michael. And I'm not scared to put him with anybody in the world. I do with Michael, he can be overtrained as well, so we got to make sure he takes care of that properly. But he has to go with the money, you know. Everyone has to go, especially being a heavyweight, you have to go where the money is at, not where necessarily where the belt's at. Because it's 2 different ways with heavyweights, you know what I mean? So he's going where the money's at, and I don't blame him.
Where does his career go on the back of the Mike Wilson fight, provided he's successful, as many would expect him to be? What is the plan for him moving forwards? Because as I said to him earlier, if he'd have taken the Hrgović fight, it was a final eliminator, so you knew if he wins, there's a world title shot around the corner. What's the plan now, though? You know
what? That's up to Michael, because like I said, Michael and his brother, both Keith, they're kind of like they know boxing, they know how it works. The same way as me. I grew up in boxing since I was 5. So, but the same thing with them. It's up to them what they want to do, because things change right away. As you said, like in the last couple of weeks, he had his mind set on his belt, and he's going for this belt, and he's going to win this belt. But then now now he's fighting for the WBA title instead of the IBF title. So it's the same thing in the long run, which is different paths.
Jeremiah Milton, just saw him in the ring as well. Talk about Jeremiah and the progression that he's made so far in his career.
You know what? I've had him for about I think 6 months now, and he's doing tremendous. Like I said, that right hand he had, my man with the last fight, was in my right hand. I taught him that right hand, and it just worked out very well. And I didn't know he was going to freeze somebody and make knockout of the year possibly, but yeah, he's doing tremendous. He's doing great.
I know he's been sharing the ring with Tyson, as has Michael. Talking about that experience for both of them to share the ring with the man who many consider to be the #1 heavyweight in the world.
You know what? Listen, Tyson Fury is just tremendous fighter. He's doing things that people just do. Even like Michael does things. That's the reason why it was very interesting seeing him and Michael to box together. Very good boxing. I appreciate it. I think Tyson Fury appreciated it. Michael appreciated it. But mainly probably a lot of the heavyweight fans don't appreciate it because it's just a lot of thinking and skills in boxing, and I really enjoyed it. And Jeremiah was doing extremely well with him. He had his bad days at first. He was like, oh, now I see why he's a champ. but now he's starting to get used to how he works, and he's adjusting. The only thing about Jeremiah compared to Tyson Fury will change like this. You mean, and then, well, it takes Jeremiah a round or two to adjust, and then by then, Tyson's already changed as well.
We see with Tyson, he can be very awkward, he can be very elusive, but then we saw with the Deontay Wilder fight, he was a lot more aggressive in that bout. Just from the sparring experiences you've seen with both of your fighters, what version did you see from Tyson, and what can both Michael and Jeremiah take away from it?
So, like I said, I've seen both styles. He's coming ahead, he's coming aggressive, then he'll be boxing, and he knows how to change like this. That's the blessing he has in boxing. Not everybody can adjust to that, and it'd be very difficult to beat him because of that. Jeremiah, they're kind of get used to it now. That's the reason I love that he is able and blessed to be able to even box with Tyson Fury. And Michael's kind of seen that European style, aggressive. Michael's kind of seen mostly everything. But Jeremiah hadn't is a great learning experience for him.
And Bones, there's a lot of talk at the minute about a potential undisputed bout at heavyweight between Tyson and Anthony Joshua. Just your thoughts, if that one gets over the line, what do you make of it?
You know what? Anthony Joshua has a great shot at beating Tyson Fury because of his size and his power. But I just don't see the determination. Like I said, Tyson Fury changes from like this. He's so fast, and he's a big man himself. He's not weak. He's not a big like Mike Tyson puncher, but he's a big puncher and big man. And I think he's gonna just outpoint Joshua.
And Bones, I know you've had Devin Hayney training up here recently. How's he looking ahead of his bout with Jorge Linares?
You know what? I watch him box, but he's doing very well. He's learning stuff a lot from his dad and 6 other trainers. But he's doing well. Devin Hayney's another one. He's one of these people who just blessed with boxing ability, blessed with the know-how, the skill. He may not know why he's doing it right now because he just does it automatically, but eventually he'll learn how to put that together and thinking about it.
That 135-pound division, it's on fire. I mean, you got Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Davis, Devin, Ryan Garcia when he makes his return. What do you make of it? And if you could name 2 of those guys to face off with each other, who would you like to see face?
Honestly, what I'd like to see Gervonta Davis fight is Keith Hunter. I'm not kidding because, he's always fought 40, 47, but like the last fight, he ate dinner, he ate breakfast, he had ice cream the night before and weighed 139. I mean, come on, he's a 35-pounder. He's a big 35-pounder, and that's the reason why I would like to see that fight. But because styles make fights, and I think that's a great style for Keith. But I'll tell you the truth, I would like to see, out of those, I don't know, man, because all of them are such great matchups. Like you said, just everybody fight, anybody fighting any of those groups will be a tremendous fight, any of them.
Well, Bones, we will leave it there. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. It's a pleasure to catch up with you once again. Hopefully it's not as long till the next time I see you. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for having me, and thank you, England.